Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Momentum Surge to all the heartbroken, the deceived, the strong souls who weathered the storm only to be left standing here in pieces. This is for you. Yes, you, the ones who gave everything. You offered your time, your faith, your love. And in return, what did they give you? Lies, deceit, betrayal. They promised you the world, only to snatch it away when you reached for it. They grinned as they tore you apart. But here's the twist, the punchline that the world never sees coming. They will fall. Oh, they will fall, and hard. Life has a way of leveling the playing field, doesn't it? Karma, justice, fate, call what you will. Those who weave lies, deceive, and exploit others think they can escape the fallout. They believe they're untouchable. But here's the reality. They can't outrun the truth. They might think their web of lies will protect them, but eventually, it will unravel. When it does, when their kingdom of deception crashes down, it's a thing of beauty. It's the inevitable result of the chaos they've sown. They thought they could escape the consequences, didn't they? They believed they could walk away unscathed, leaving you broken, your heart in pieces on the floor. They walked away without a second thought, without regret. But the damage they caused will never just vanish. It lingers, following them like a shadow, growing darker with every lie, every broken heart, every person they manipulated. They can't escape it. One day, they will turn around and see the mess they've made chasing them. And that moment will be glorious. They thought they were clever, didn't they? They thought they could outwit life. They played their little games, used you as a pawn, and for a time it worked. You believed them. You trusted them. You thought they were different, that they cared. But the truth? They never cared about anyone but themselves. They took what they wanted and left you to deal with the aftermath. But people like that always overestimate their cunning. They always think they're more clever than they are. And in the end, they always fall. Now, you might be thinking, but they're fine. They've moved on. They're happy. That, my friends, is the illusion they want you to buy. They want you to think they're living their best life, unbothered, as though they've won. But here's the truth. No one can escape their own mess forever. No one can outrun reality. Yes, they're smiling now, moving on to their next victim, their next lie. But that smile? It's just a mask. Beneath it is the fear gnawing at them, because deep down, they know. They know the mess they've created will catch up to them. It's lurking in the shadows, growing larger with every move they make. They know that one day, all the lies, all the betrayal, all the manipulation, it will all come crashing down. And when it does, there will be no hiding. They'll try to escape. They'll try to blame others. They'll try to outrun the truth. But in the end, they're the authors of their own downfall. They set the stage for their destruction the moment they chose to play their games. And when it all ends, they'll have no one to blame but themselves. Relationships are fragile, aren't they? They can either be the most transformative part of life or the most devastating. And those who use relationships as tools for manipulation, those who deceive and break hearts for their gain, are playing with fire. They think they can control it, but fire always escapes control. And oh, how they will burn. They don't realize it yet. They're too caught up in their false triumphs, too blinded by their own ego to see the truth right in front of them. But the damage they've caused, it won't vanish. It will grow, fester, and one day, when they least expect it, it will engulf them. They've sown destruction, pain, and heartache, and they thought they could escape the consequences. But here's the thing, life doesn't work that way. You can't just take from people. Take their love, their trust, their hope, and walk away untouched. You can't leave chaos behind and expect to emerge unscathed. No, this story won't end that way. They'll fall. They'll stumble in their own lies, get tangled in their own webs. And when it all crashes down, there will be no one left to help them. The people they used, manipulated, and discarded won't be there to pick up the pieces. This time, they'll watch as the mess they created consumes them. And let me tell you, it won't be dramatic or poetic. There will be no grand realization of their wrongs. Their downfall will be slow, painful, piece by piece, as everything they thought they controlled slips away. Because here's the truth. They thought they were invincible. They believe they could toy with people's hearts and lives and come out unharmed. But they've been building their own prison with every lie, every betrayal, every heart they shattered. And that prison will close in on them slowly but surely. One day, they'll realize they're trapped in the very mess they created. They thought they could control everything, control you, control the story, control the outcome. But what they can't control is the consequences. And those consequences, they're coming for them. Now, I know you might wonder, why should we care? Why wait for their downfall? Why not just move on and live our lives? And you're right, we don't need to dwell on them. But knowing their downfall is inevitable isn't about revenge or wanting to see them suffer. It's about justice. It's about understanding that in the end, the truth always rises, the lies always unravel, and the mess always catches up. And when it does, that's when you'll finally be free. Because here's the real point. Their downfall isn't just about them. It's about you. It's about realizing that you never needed them. You were always stronger than they led you to believe. You were always worth more than they ever recognized. Their downfall is the universe's way of showing you that you were never the problem. They were, so let them fall. Let them trip over their own lies, get trapped in their own mess. And you rise. You rise from the ashes of the destruction they left behind. You rebuild. You reclaim your life, your power, your identity. Because that's the real victory. Not watching their fall, but understanding that their downfall no longer involves you. They'll fall, yes, but you'll soar. The truth is, they only had power over you as long as you let them. They only controlled you while you believed their lies, while their manipulation seeped into your mind and soul. But now you see the truth. Now, you see them for what they really are, small, frightened, pathetic individuals trying to feel big by tearing others down. And when you realize that, when you truly understand it, you see that they never had any real power at all. Not true power. Not the kind that comes from within, from knowing who you are, from standing strong in the face of adversity. No, their power was an illusion, a trick, a game, and every game has an end. So here's what you do. You walk away. You leave them to the destruction they've caused. You let them fall. And you rise above it. You take the pain, the heartbreak, the lessons, and use them to fuel your growth, your strength, your resilience. Because while they were creating their mess, you were learning, growing, becoming stronger than they ever imagined. And now, you're unstoppable. Let them fall. Let them face the consequences. Let them drown in the mess they've made. And you move forward, building something beautiful from the wreckage they left behind. You create a life so rich, so full, that their downfall will become nothing but a distant memory. Because in the end, their mess is no longer your problem. It's theirs, and they'll have to face it alone. And that, my friends, is the sweetest justice of all.